When does the pain stop? It has got to the stage where, honestly, it is unbearable to watch a Chelsea Football Club game. It is so frustrating to see the amount of talent that is in our squad go out onto the field and play like complete dog shit. When you look at the individuals at our disposal and we just keep putting out performance week after week and we just get played off the park constantly, it is embarrassing. Like, no disrespect to Brighton. I actually have a lot of respect for what they're doing this season. But we lost to fucking Brighton. It is unacceptable. The amount of players in our team that are, international, world-class players, we should be putting out much better performances like the one we just did on the weekend. It is absolutely unfathomable how week after week we just keep playing like absolute clowns. When Todd Bowley appointed Frank Lampard as the interim manager to the end of the season, I thought that was a good decision. I was in favour of that call because it would bring the feel-good factor back to Stamford Bridge and with the fans. And for the players in the dressing room, they would have something to rally behind. Former club legend coming back, his desire and passion for the club is so strong, and they would actually get behind him and start putting out some good performances. How wrong was I? It is truly unfathomable to think that we've got this many players that play and run out onto the pitch and they just show no care, no enthusiasm, no desire to play for the badge and play for the fans. And that performance against Brighton, just truly unbelievable. It's honestly, I'm lost for words. I've spent all day trying to figure out what is going on. And it's honestly, I'm at a loss for words. It's just truly depressing watching our team play absolutely horrific football. The fact that we have players like Hakim Ziyech that still manage to get out into the field when they so clearly don't want to be there. We've got players like Raheem Sterling that's just going through the motions, week after week, collecting paycheck after paycheck because he just doesn't care. He doesn't play for the badge. Players like Christian Pulisic, who's so clearly not good enough to be playing for Chelsea. He has no attacking flair, no importance in the way that we play in the attacking third. He just doesn't, he's a ghost on the field. He just doesn't do anything. We have so many players that just rock up and still week after week get selected. And honestly, I'm at the stage where I think we just need to get to the end of this season. And when the transfer window comes around, clear house. Just get rid of so much of the dead weight because I am honestly sick of players rocking up, playing on game day, and just looking like they don't even give a fuck. In this episode, we're going to verse Brentford at Stamford Bridge, going with a different formation and some new faces that don't feature as regularly. And hopefully we can get a better result because in game, it's just as miserable as it is in real life. And I so desperately don't want it to continue that way. Like, you clearly have players that play for the badge like Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, even Ben Chilwell, who's just signed another contract extension. Like, there are players that care, but it just doesn't make sense how much lack of cohesion we have when we play. And in defense, how shaky and concerned we always look, and how passive we are and allow other teams to just, control possession and dominate us. Like, it's so easy to beat Chelsea at the moment because all you need to do is just be well organised. And that's just terrible, the fact that we're at that stage. Honestly, it just doesn't make sense to me. And also, the fact that Frank Lampard has come in and not giving playing time to a lot of the younger players like David Datro Fofana or Noni Madueke, those are the players that need to be on the field because they're new, they're fresh, they're hungry, they want to be there. Unlike some of these old-timers like Hakim Ziyech that just don't give a shit. Are you fucking serious? Oh, it just gets worse and worse. I don't understand what I can do differently. Oh, legendary. Every time I make sure my players are in the right position, I try and land tackles, and yet they just somehow bypass me like I'm not even there. Like Badiashile, how does that tackle not stick? And Mendy, how do you not stop that? Like, you see it all the way, and I just don't know what to do, guys. It just makes no sense to me. Well, we're down by a goal to nil already, and things it just gets worse and worse. Now, of course, many of you are thinking, what are my thoughts on the Real Madrid game in the Champions League? Mudryk gets an equaliser. How bloody good is that? It was one of those games where, against Real Madrid, who in my opinion are the second best team in the world right now, behind Manchester City, at the Santiago Bernabeu, it was always going to be an extremely difficult match. And the fact that it only ended 2-0 is probably not the worst, as that is some of the worst goalkeeping I've ever seen. But coming to Stamford Bridge on such poor form, the players will have no belief that they can beat them. And the only way that I can see us managing to get through and beat this amazing, well-drilled Carlo Ancelotti side is if we get some luck. If we, like Real Madrid, make some mistakes. That's going to be a penalty. A terrible tackle by Badiashile there. It's like there's a magnet in the ball, but Badiashile's foot is the opposite magnet, and you know how they like pull away from each other instead of connecting? That's what's just happened there. And Ivan Toney is going to step up and try and bypass Mendy here. I'm going to go bottom left. Oh, and he fucking chips me. Get stuffed. Honestly. It's always one step forward, 2 steps back. Every time I play in this game. Oh, that's infuriating. Anyway, my final thoughts on the first leg are that Real Madrid, they're a good side. They should have won by a lot more. The fact that, we came on into the second half with the same team that went out on the first half is just embarrassing because it was so clearly not working in the first half, despite that so easy João Felix opening opportunity in the opening minutes of the game. But, oh, terrible. Weak, tame shot by Armando Broja there. But attacking-wise, we just look absolutely dejected. We have no idea how to, get past any of the defenders, especially the ones that are in the Real Madrid side. And when we come to Stamford Bridge in a couple of days' time, it'll be truly interesting to see what the lineup is and if we can do anything different. Because when we were at the Bernabeu, it was truly, truly abysmal. And thank goodness we're able to get a quick equaliser here. 2-2 in the first half, goals galore. And João Felix is able to slot it in on his left foot against the post and getting it into the back of the net. Not amazing defending there by the Bees, but 2-2. My other biggest concern is that Ben Chilwell got another suspension. Oh, good shot. Making the keeper dive low there, pushing it out for a corner. But the fact that Ben Chilwell is out and we're not going to have him on the left side, I think is a huge loss for us. And the fact that Cucurella is probably going to be the one that replaces him, that fills me with great dread because he has been so out of form. And a lot of the goals that we've conceded, especially recently under Lampard, the goal against Wolves, the absolute wonder strike, that was Cucurella's fault. The one that led to that free kick that got Ben Chilwell sent off was, Cucurella's fault. Caught out of position, forced to run back and made Chilwell defend one-on-one. And, even on the weekends, he doesn't even get selected against Brighton. But, even our defence overall with Chalobah, we just can't step up and get the job done, even though we've got so many talented individuals. Everyone just looks so confused as to how to play in an efficient way.
In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Well, that ball looks promising. Is he going to put it away? Excellent block.
That was like super slow, but it almost worked out. James, hit this, son. Oh, he just didn't get his feet right. Didn't set himself, didn't compose himself, and the shot was just ugly.
And so the first half draws to a close here in West London.
Well, it's certainly been an exciting first half of football here in the career mode. Brentford, every time they go forward, they look dangerous. But thankfully, when we've got spaces to shoot, we've been able to capitalise. You know, Mudryk had a second attempt that got parried away by the keeper, but we're looking dangerous as well. So we've got to keep pushing through. Brozier, obviously such a good player that has plenty of pace. Once he gets fit, I just am so desperate to see him get back into our team because I do think that he could be a solution to our problems. Kai Havertz, as much as I love him, he's just not good enough. Oh, here we go. Oh, good save. Good cross as well, to be fair. But honestly, I will be intrigued to see if we can get a striker in the next window because if you're a top-class footballer, especially a striker, do you really want to be joining the Chelsea Football Club in the state that we're in?
Firing it towards goal, but this for live action coming up. The Champions League quarter-final first leg. It's Chelsea.
Brozier's making a good run. Oh, it was such amazing control with his chest, but his left foot is just not good enough. Oh, such great control. That reminds me of like a Drogba. Chest to the ball, volley. Oh, so good there. Very unfortunate we weren't able to capitalise. Oh, well in, Madueke.
Inevitable the goal will come. It'll be certainly no less than they deserve.
Come on, Felix. Are you serious, man? Oh, we get the ball back, we push it forward, we create space, and that shot is just so not good enough. If we somehow don't win this game based off the opportunities that we've had, I'll be so infuriated. And that is a terrible pass. Surely. Honestly. Oh. Keeper probably would have saved it if it was on target, but yeah, again, we just can't score. Alright, making a quick change. Fernandes is going to come off for Gallagher. And hopefully with the energy that we can get there, we might be able to get some more explosive attacking plays going forward. And Mendy somehow is able to block that away. Thank goodness for that, because Tony should have done better. Oh, come on. Well in. Badiashile able to get the recovery. Well in. Okay, come on. Get him in. He's onside. Go, Madueke. Come on, son. Oh, such a good save. Oh, such a fluent counter-attack. Potter's talking him out. I think I might get him on as well. João Felix, going to take you off. And let's get Mount into that attacking midfield position. Come on, we're getting close. We just need someone to put it in the back of the net with a bit of composure.
Delivering it. Relatively straightforward to mop up defensively.
Oh, Connor! Good shot there on the edge of the box. Speaking of shots on the edge of the box, just full credit to that strike by the young Brighton kid on the weekend. Wow, what a goal that was. A goal that deserves to win any game, honestly.
Well, the cross didn't get past the first defender. Wasteful from Chelsea.
With the amount of momentum that's been in our favour the last couple of minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if Brentford go forward and score now. Oh, now we're in trouble. Good high pressing there.
Chance to cross.
Oh, he's done me there. Good passing.
Has eyes for goal.
Oh, shot and a save. Just under 10 minutes to go. Corner in favour of Brentford.
Fantastic from the
They're pushing forward, trying to get the winner.
So deciding to make a personnel change.
Someone clear it. Well in Madueke. He's played pretty well on the right-hand side today. Not clinical, but playing well.
Rodriguez.
Oh, mistimed tackle.
And a goal.
Across. That finds the head.
Turn of events.
And Brentford are in a... Fucking Brentford are ahead. All the shots that we had, all the chances, all the momentum that was in our favour, somehow Brentford have gone up the other end and just scored.
Then what a great finish as well. Good connection with the ball, leaving the keeper with little chance. It's a great goal.
It's infuriating. I understand Badia Shield in FIFA is not that highly rated, but come on, man. That's just so infuriating. Right, now we're going to have to go full try hard and try and get at least a draw.
Well be the decider. Time is against Chelsea, but they can still battle back.
Oh, come on.
Yohan Wissa. Josh Da Silva.
Come on, we need the ball.
And they need to get tighter. Crossing opportunity. Has a go.
Come on. Come on.
Counter-attacking, very much an option. Can they keep it going? And the
Oh, he's offside. Are you kidding me?
Judgment, you might say.
Oh, he's got to let that run. He must have known he was in an offside position.
Oh my god. And that has just killed the game for us right there. A great counter-attacking opportunity wasted. And with, what, basically no time at all, there's no way we're going to be able to get up the other end.
Chelsea ball.
Yeah. Just absolutely shut down here by Brentford. And it's all bloody over yet again.
Game is officially over.
Oh, another loss on Legendary.
Nothing for them from this game.
I truly do believe, and I'm going to confess this to you now, I think I've made a mistake pushing the difficulty up to Legendary. Not because I'm not good enough, I typically do play on Legendary in my spare time. The whole idea of this series was that I could talk about my thoughts and feelings and play some FIFA in the background and not have to fully concentrate. Because that is what is required when you play on Legendary, I feel like. Any mistake that you make just gets punished. And some of the players that we've got aren't as highly rated as what they may be in real life. And it just is so consequential for us. This is one of those games when you're versing a team that's towards the bottom of the ladder and you absolutely dominate them at home. You should win. And yet somehow we allowed easy goals for Brentford to score in the first half. We didn't take our chances in the second half, and we got punished at the very end, you know, when the game is sort of in the dying stages. So it must be frustrating to concede so late in the game. What happened? Going forward, we did everything we could, except put the ball in the net. It's as simple as that. You know, we've got players that, you know, have good agility, good pace, get into dangerous areas, but we just aren't clinical. And my players are well trained. They've all got high sharpness. So it does make me think that there's like some sort of scripting or, you know, something going on with this team that we just can't get anything going for us and making it work. That wasn't the result we expected. What happened? It's what I just said before. We can't make those simple mistakes. How did you get turned over this time around? The lads gave it everything. That's a classic Graham Potter response. We just gotta go with it. Oh, it's so sad being a Chelsea football fan. Oh, the memes, the banter, the jokes that we just used to throw at our rivals, they're all coming back at us at avalanche speed. And it is just so disheartening. Well, as you can see here, we have progressed to the quarterfinals in the Champions League. We will be versing Atletico Madrid this time around. Obviously, this week, midweek, I should say, we will be versing Real Madrid at Stamford Bridge. I truly do not expect to progress. I do expect us to be pushing numbers forward, trying to get those goals, and Real Madrid, with their skill and precision, will just counterattack and get easy goals. That's what I predict. So I think Frank Lampard is going to get embarrassed midweek. Chelsea's season will be over, and it will be a truly excruciating end to the end of the season, because we'll have nothing to play for and we're in such poor form and no team is scared of us, you know? Thomas Tuchel, when he came to the club, said, I want to transform this team so that no one wants to come up against us. And now things have just gone so quickly downhill since Roman Abramovich and Thomas Tuchel left the club that now we're the laughingstock of the Premier League and European football. Yet again, another defeat here in the career mode. I'm sorry, I take responsibility. I had chances, you saw them, I had to bury them, and I didn't. And Brentford, even though they're doing terribly in the career mode Premier League season, they've got players that can score goals, and they did. So, if you've made it to this stage of the video, again, I always really appreciate you guys supporting the channel, supporting these videos with the thumbs up, with the subscriptions, all that good stuff. So thank you, I appreciate it. And hopefully, when I come to you in the next episode, we have something positive to talk about. But the sad reality is, I think it will be more misery that we have to discuss. But I am always the eternal optimist. So hopefully, the Chelsea Blues can come together, rally behind Frank Lampard, play for the badge, play for the fans, and somehow pull out the biggest miracle and beat Real Madrid at home to progress in the Champions League. Like I said before, thanks so much for watching. Come on, you Blues.